This world is out of balance.
Do you feel that? Something is here. Something that hates the living.
Thousand cuts.
You fell from the sky, but despite the maddened spirits here, you will benefit. A spirit monk was here long ago, fleeing the destruction that orphaned you. He carried a piece of your amulet. It was separated, broken apart, so your enemies could not find it easily. You have the first piece. It trains your abilities now. The second piece fell here with its minder, hidden until waters receded. A guardian protects it, waiting to test and serve you. The third piece awaits discovery in a distant lair. These three pieces are physical, but there is one more. It cannot be found, only earned. This final piece is all that will save you in the end.
Are you all right? You fell over after the fight. There was something here, but I couldn't see it clearly. You saw a vision? Strange that I could not make it out. Strong spirits are usually quite clear to me. Please tell me if you have any more. We shouldn't stay here. It isn't safe. There's so much pain and suffering in this place that I can barely think. What did Zeus say again? A clearing near Tian's Landing across the bridge and south? It sounds simple enough. Lead the way and I'll follow.
where you are! Death's Hand should know better than to send his minions out alone. It is clear that you are one of his hirelings, or perhaps one of Gao the Greater's marauding pirates. You will pay for the crimes you have committed. Don't waste your last breath on lies. I didn't get there in time to help anyone, but I saw you lead the massacre in Two Rivers. Clearly you were involved. Death's Hand went too far in ordering its destruction, and Gao the Greater sought to profit from it. My retribution will end with them, but it will begin with you. The way you move seems odd. A flaw I cannot see, perhaps? But you are better than I expected. You might even beat me, if I allowed such insolence. You are too skilled to be just a hireling. Death's Hand would view such ability outside his assassins as dangerous, and Gao the Greater prefers his servants docile. So it would appear. You lack their branding, but if you are not one of them, who are you? A monk? A mercenary? A bandit? You chase a great evil, larger than you realize. Leave and you may survive. Others have tried to face Death's Hand but were destroyed, as Two Rivers was. A trait of fools, and perhaps the occasional hero. I also seek answers from Death's Hand and his minions. If you truly oppose him, you will need to find your way to the Imperial City. Of course, only the Lotus Assassins can come and go as they please, thanks to Gao. Travel routes by land and water are blocked, but they use wind maps and flyers to further their goals here and in the surrounding forest. Perhaps, if you are capable, we will meet again. I wish you good luck, but you will need far more than that to survive. Farewell.
I'm healed.
This area is off limits. Intruders will be executed. I am a soldier of the Imperial Army, sent by Death's Hand to destroy anyone foolish enough to enter this place. Unfortunately, this includes you. Kill the peasant.
You're too slow!
Wait, stop! I'm not your enemy. I swear by my ancestors, I'm not your enemy. I'm not even a soldier. Even though I wear this uniform, I'm no soldier. My name is Chen Yi. I'm just a simple peasant from the town of One Stone. These soldiers passed through my village a few weeks ago. One of them angered the Lotus assassin who was in charge, and the assassin killed him. As I was coming back in from the fields, they grabbed me to fill his place. They put this uniform on me, bloodstains and all, and Thank you, noble one. You are most... Of course, great one. I will return...
You showed great compassion to that poor...
Ah, you found your way. Good. I decided there wasn't much point in staying with the flyer. It's not going to get much worse, in my opinion. Here, I salvaged this gem out of some sort of power source. I imagine you will have some use for it. Now that we're here, we should see if anyone knows anything about flyers. Maybe whoever's in charge of the town can help us get underway again. I will stay here at this new camp unless you need me. It seems like a good enough place to base ourselves out of.
I can't believe Two Rivers is gone. It was home. The people there were the only family I've known. And now, they're all gone.
I understand, Dawnstar, but the path you are on may lead to even darker places. You must prepare yourself.
I don't want to think like that. We will set things right. We have to.
Returning your friends was never an option, but there are a great many more things that you can lose.
Nara earphone wonu kanawa ofa ear kanawa wonu.
Mother and I are getting out of this town. If you have any sense, you'll do the same.
Akwakwak wo so sonia sonok fonia sisa ear nawakuk. Sisa ear efok woso no koso ear ya. Sa ear kanawa fwarano ear.
It's sure to be more exciting than this dead place.
Koni o kio ear kawa ear wo kawa ear. Watita osia kwanif nipawier. Pier uxayer sinini sisayer rusta atapafawer sumhuno ko suir toeruk. Ukier neko sise sai sisayer irfogwoso no koso ayeria. Sayer kanoa fwa uyower apafawayer sisier sisi tu tok. Woyer wak Wo tawa yer kupier kawier nakawier iptuki.
Those pirates must be Gao the Greater's men. We know that he has holdings near here, and he has flyers.
Pier uxayer sinini sisayer rusta atapafawer sumhuno ko suir toeruk. Sisayer irfogwoso no koso ayeria. Sayer kanoa fwarano. Koni o kyo.
Out of our way, woman. In this town, we don't step aside for you. You step aside for us.
The peasants of this village may cower before you, but I do not. If you are smart, you will apologize for your behavior and walk away.
Don't tell me what to do. You think I won't hit a woman? You have to learn your place. This whole town has to learn its place. What are you looking at? This doesn't concern you. Time to teach you.
Longsword. was back at the camp when I heard the sounds of battle. I got here as fast as I could, though obviously I arrived too... Hui, what are you doing here?
It's been a long time, Zhu. I haven't seen you since that night. I did as you asked. The child is safe. I made sure of that.
I know. After we spoke, I followed you. I wanted to be sure she was given a good home. You did well, Hui. Hui and I knew each other long ago. She was a soldier, and I needed her help. There was a child, an orphan. I knew Hui could find a good home for her. She was just a girl. Her parents were dead. I couldn't look after her, and I knew Hui by reputation. I knew she would find a good home for her.
Yes, those are old worries. Thank you for your actions today. Even if these men were no real threat, just simple sailors frustrated at the shallow river that holds them here. There are pirates in the area, and they pose a far greater danger. You will likely encounter them, especially if you are the one I am waiting for. As Sagacious Zhu mentioned, my name is Hui. Tell me, young man, what is your master's name? I have waited here many years for the arrival of one special fighter. Your master, Sun Li, bid me to wait until you, his protege, came seeking information.
So it's true. Master Li really is the Emperor's brother. I wish I had known.
He is gone, isn't he? Taken by the Lotus assassins just as he thought. He knew they were always searching. They are right to fear him and his legacy. The glorious strategist was certain the path to the Imperial City would bring you here. He was also very specific about how I present my information to you. You must be ready. I served under Sun Li and was one of a few soldiers he trusted enough to contact after Dirge fell. Li knew the events there would have great consequences. He told me of the weeks-long siege and how spirit monks were slaughtered so his brother could take their temple. It was madness. The Emperor killed the water dragon itself.
The water dragon? The shepherd of the dead, a goddess of rebirth. To try and steal her power, to even think it could be attempted. Has any mortal ever shown such arrogance?
There are many beings that exist beyond our experience. The heavens are governed by a celestial bureaucracy. Each facet of existence is managed by a specialized attendant. Most appear to have little influence, but some, like the water dragon, have a portfolio that grants exceptional status. She was said to have governance over the Great Wheel. She was not a maker, but all life that ended passed her gaze before returning to the earth in another form. Sun Hai sought rebirth for his empire at the cost of the natural order. Her body was taken to the palace as a grim trophy of the power that ended the long drought. All the while, the people hailed the Emperor as a hero, ignorant of the price. The water dragon's power was tied to her temple at Dirge, and the strength of her servants. When the spirit monks were slain and Dirge fell, she became vulnerable. Her physical form could be injured, but she was also a god. Maybe her spirit still exists. I don't know, I'm no expert on the heavens. Even a god is not invincible. They have their place and it can be challenged. Sun Li could not stop the slaughter of the spirit monks. He fled the battle with you in his arms. Most believe Sun Li fell at Dirge, a lie spread by the Emperor. A handful of us knew that he lived, and we also learned the terrible price of his rebellion. Li's wife was with child, his daughter born in the Imperial Palace while he was at Dirge. He never saw her. Within weeks of the siege, the Emperor had Li's family executed.
Executed? Murdered? The Lotus assassins were to cut them down. A mother and newborn child. I have no doubt that order came from Death's Hand himself.
He probably didn't think his family would be harmed, but even had he known, he might still have saved you. Lee knows you have a destiny to fulfill. You're the last of your kind. The natural order has been disrupted. There is much to say, but first I was instructed to impart some very specific knowledge. Your master was very clear.
You can trust we, so I don't think there's any reason for me to stick around. I'll be back at the camp if you need me.
Zhu is an honorable man. Not a good man, perhaps, but an honorable one. Now to your training. A brief description will reinforce in your mind the style you saw me use. Certain lessons had to be withheld until you were ready for the attention they will bring. Sun Li taught me so that I would teach you. I must train you in Spirit Thief. Magic and weapons tire you. Draw on them too much and you could be left defenseless. Spirit Thief restores your chi, prolonging your ability to fight or ignore wounds. It is especially useful when enemies are immune to basic martial attacks, when you must use magic or weapons. It can even immobilize a foe, allowing time to recover even more. This short lesson should be enough for now. Come speak with me in the tea house. We will talk of your master and more.
Please excuse me, Please, it's my fiancé, Baker Bay. Every day a group of the beatings are getting... But there isn't! Thank you, Bay is down at Baker's Pier right now in the south...
Good, you're here. We can
You've got unfinished business with us first.
There are important matters at hand, yet you fellows keep interrupting.
This time we brought...
Longsword. Heavenly wave. This is the end.
You certainly look like Lee's top student, though there's something odd about how you fight. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't matter. The sailors... We can get back to business. Sun Li gave me instruction. The full extent of what the glorious strategy... Sun Li asked... He intended... I eventually... It would... Yes, Sun... I choose to believe. It is coming on 50.
Leave Zhang alone.
Zhang, you can't stay up here forever. This...
No.
It wasn't your fault.
No.
No. Please don't, Zhong. What? Oh, hello there. Don't let Zhong bother you. He's really quite hard. I am Dong Ping, Zhong's employer. Zhong works on my farm, but the other day he some of the patrons here are unnerved by his size. I'm worried that if he doesn't leave with me, if he gets hurt, or worse. You will? Zhong the ox carrier came by his name honestly. I would hate to see him hurt you, or anybody else for that matter.
Go away. Zhong. Ox like ox with... Master already have another ox. Yes! Master need... You have been nice to Zhong.
Thank you so much. Come, Zhong.
Zhong, come.
Thank you for getting rid of that thing. Business is bad enough without that ogre scaring away my customers. Here's a little something to thank you. It's not much, but it's about all I can afford these days.
Tatsa ya okayoe ya ikakahia wo nokakike ya wo shathi uknikofi.
Captain Ing says we can't come to the tea house, but I don't listen to him anymore.
I may be drunk.
You've been saying that for 3 days, Rue. Minister Shang's already looked.
I doubt that.
I swear, if one more person complains about how long it takes to get their order, I'm going to quit.